Sonic Frontiers is Sega's first ever open zone Sonic game. And you know what an open zone has? A giant open world. But the question for today's video is, can we make it across the entire open zone without touching grass? Sonic Frontiers has 5 different islands, so we will try to make it across every single one, but there are some rules. Obviously, we can't touch grass. We cannot use the spin dash because that would be cheating. We can't use springs. We can't use grind rails. We can't use dash panels, dash rings. We cannot use guardians. We cannot use platforms. Pretty much the only thing we can use in our journey is natural terrain. So can we make it across all 5 open zones in Sonic Frontiers without touching grass? Watch the whole video to find out. And so we begin our humble journey on Kronos Island. We start off on the cyberspace portal and it's time to take off. All right, first thing we're going to want to do is, I see a rock over here. Okay, ready? Yeah, there we go. All right, got another rock over here. Cool. The good thing about this game is that we do have a double jump, but it would appear as though we've ran into our first obstacle. Will we be able to make this jump? How do I want to go about this? Do I want to jump over here onto this rock? Yeah, we made it. Okay, that was a little scary, a little bit more risky than I thought. But now we got to do it again. Jump, jump, boost, and yeah, nice. Okay, now that we've made it past the first rock, it looks like our journey is going to get a little bit easier. So maybe the side path over here has a ton of rocks, so we just have to make a very precise jump. Of course, I'll start here, and then I'll start here, and then we will make it onto the side rocks. And now we have natural terrain and a very clear path ahead of us. Yeah, I like what we got going on here. Perhaps we could just ride this the entire way. Okay, we do have a little bit of a crossroads right here. We could either go to the right here and kind of go up that path, or we could take a leap of faith over to the left. As a matter of fact, it's not much of a leap of faith because we're good. We're up here. Oh, but you know what? We ran into an obstacle. We have an invisible wall here because, you know, nothing says open world like invisible walls. Let's try to go around. No, more invisible walls, and we almost fell off. So we're gonna have to turn around, which means we're gonna have to go over here. Take a leap. I get a little scared about these rock textures, right? They might fling us off or something. But it looks like we're able to continue our path, and we have no problem getting through. Very close to that grass, though, guys. The next part of our journey brings us over a very large piece of grass. So we're going to have to find a way to get over this. I see a rock over here, which will require precision. But I also do see a pretty easy path over to the left. I'm going to probably go left, assuming no more invisible walls come through. And just like that, we're able to continuously cross this part of the journey. So looks like our little run continues. And we're going to want to go over to the left over here. And simply just keep going left. It's been months since I played Sonic Frontiers, so it's going to be cool to re-explore this world again. Nice. Okay, we got a little obstacle here. We're going to go around, though. That's all you got to do, guys. When in doubt, just go around. Okay, now this is where maybe it gets a little more complicated. No, I'm tempted to boost, but this game's a little unpredictable. Okay, so we have to go on top of this rock over here. Go onto this rock. Oh, God, Sonic almost fell. Did you hear him laughing? I don't know what he was laughing about. It wasn't so funny. Oh, but this looks to be a challenge. I really don't like the look of what we just came across right here. There's some rocks to the left, but the collision is very untrustworthy. I also have another idea. What if we drop dash up this wall to try to get around, or potentially over the gate over here? All right, let's try this. Little drop dash. Little that, and we're right back to where we were. I'm trying to think about how we could take a leap of faith here, but it looks like there's nothing but grass ahead. We're gonna have to jump all the way across to possibly those rocks over there. What I'd like to do is maybe come up here, jump across, and boom, nice. We made the leap of faith. That was a little scary though, but now we got some daylight to work with here. It looks like the first boss is trying to take me out. If this thing hits me, I could potentially hit the grass, so we gotta get around him. The tensions seem a bit high here, guys. Let's try to go around him. He's firing his missiles at me, but I don't think they can hit me. Yep. All right. All right, we're good then, guys. Just like that, and we are able to cross the bridge. Now that we've crossed the bridge, it looks like another obstacle has come our way. Our biggest pitfall of this challenge is probably going to be how we get up this mountain. I would really like to find a way to get up here. You know what? Luckily, we got some rocks over here. Let's go around over here. Looks like we got some scalable terrain right here. Come on, let's go around. Yep, there it is. We got some rocks over here. Remember, the goal is to only touch natural terrain, so we don't want to touch any springs or platforms or anything like that. And we are good, guys. We are chilling. We are big chilling. And just like that, Something that I thought was going to be difficult was achieved. We just got into a position where we could recreate a famous Sonic Frontier screenshot. Now, the real challenge awaits us. My first instinct leads me to believe that we should probably take the left path because it seems a little bit more accessible. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, guys. So let's jump across. We got a second boost. The air mechanics in this game are very interesting. I kind of forgot how you can manipulate those things, but we made the jump and now we can continue on our path. I think we are A-okay. Yeah, we can just go through here. No man-made terrain will be touched. You know, those grind rails right there are figments of Sonic's imagination, so we won't be using them. Take this path over to the left, and it looks like we should be able to make it across Kronos Island with no problem. There's the seagull. Oh, no. The only thing faster than Sonic the Hedgehog is the seagull in Sonic Frontiers. We got an enemy here. I better watch out for him. Better watch out for this guy. The weird thing is that the terrain, if you guys look, has a collision decelerator. So you can't boost and carry your momentum forward on these rocks. If you watch the Sonic Frontiers Mythbusters series, you guys would know that. But we just zoom through, jump over this, and now all we have to do is figure out our way to get across this. The end of Kronos Island seems to be within sight, so all we have to do is probably take the left path. Should we follow it all the way, we will reach the end of Kronos. All right, guys, head over to the left. To the left, to the left. Everything you own in a box. To the matter of fact, I think we can actually cut across by landing on this. Landing on this. And just like that, boom. How much further can we go? We made it. We crossed all of Kronos Island without touching grass.
You stray from the path.
She wanted me to complete my mission, but we did. So now let's move on to Aries Island. So what we're going to do is start by going to the furthest southern point in the second island. Luckily for us, and those of you who have played Sonic Frontiers, you know that Aries Island is a sprawling desert. Not necessarily a luscious green forest full of sprawling grass. You have some tumbleweeds here and there. But for the most part, I don't really anticipate a problem getting through this island. As a matter of fact, the only thing that's really going to be troubling is probably getting through these parts of the map, especially with the collision deceleration. As a matter of fact, I'm having a tough time getting over this, especially without using the grind rails. What we're probably going to want to do with Sonic is time a perfect jump that doesn't touch the rocks but stays on the sand so we can preserve our momentum. So with that being said, I like the idea of boosting here, jumping, and we made it across. So as you guys can see, it's very important to time your jumps here. Just for giggles, I'll try to dodge these tumbleweeds, but I don't think that even necessarily counts as grass. But just to make it a little more interesting for the people watching back home, we're going to jump across here. We have ourselves a big jump, but we made it without a problem. Another jump right here. How do we proceed? We do it with ease. And now from here, it looks like Sonic can safely boost across the desert. Will we see any grass? Of course we will. Have you guys ever heard of oases? Well, we come across one right here. Luckily, we can just go around. Ain't no problem for me, guys. You see this tumbleweed right here? Jump over it. Not that complicated, people. Oh, we have some more tumbleweed over here, but we're going to jump over it. Nice. Grind rail up here. We're not touching it. Remember, guys, no grind rails are allowed. Some sand over here. No springs, no grind rails, no nothing, guys. And so at this point in our journey, we were about halfway through the map. It looks like there is a lot of green on there, though. So hopefully we don't end up running into that. Our goal right now is to get to the top of the map where the yellow Chaos Emerald is. All right, we made it through a pretty big valley. A lot of tumbleweeds, but we jump. We simply jump. All right, so we made it to this valley right here, but I see our first big obstacle. If you guys look right here, this is a scalable wall. I am not allowed to use this for this challenge. I'm gonna have to find a way to cross this valley without using the spin dash or scaling the wall. Luckily, I'm allowed to use this thing. So we're gonna use our brain right now to do a little launch. Here we go, guys. Are you ready for the launch? All right, so what we're gonna do is launch. Oh, honestly, even better. We got out of the valley. There's a ton of grass down below, and we can easily avoid it, and we made it past our biggest obstacle. Let's keep pressing forward. Now we're in the middle of the map, but we do have the high ground. The end is definitely within sight. Oh, a lot of grass over here. Tons of grass. Does it count? I don't know, but like, we're gonna just to make it interesting. Otherwise, I was considering skipping Aries Island. Hey, here we go, guys. All right, so I see where we have to go. Basically where that marker is, I think we have enough to get there. Making sure that I think strategically is still within the cards. I have to make sure I'm able to make this jump. So perhaps I should probably explore maybe taking the right path due to the fact that that is where the higher ground is. The last thing we want to do is get trapped down below. All right, fellas, let's go right. Let's go right. Do we have what it takes to get across this? I'm a little nervous. We may have to turn around for a second. All right, so I'm a little nervous, guys. So look, we can't really make that jump, especially without touching the grind rail. We don't want to touch it, and we have to figure out how to make this leap right here. As complicated as it seems, all we have to do is stick to our fundamentals. Jump off of this terrain right here without touching the rocks, and we should be able to clear it. Here we go, guys. Let's pick up a little speed. Nope, that's not it. Pick up a little speed. Nope. Where do we go? Here we go. Yep, there it is, guys. We made it. And boom, a little scary, but we still have one final task ahead of us. All right, we need to figure out how to get across here. You know what? Maybe we should do a little bit of backtracking if we can. We don't really have the height to get anywhere, you know? I'm a little nervous here, everyone. Can I climb up here? Yep, there we go. Okay. Run up these walls again. Yep, okay, nice. Okay, guys. No, wait, we found a new solution. Yeah, there we go. Guys, I think oh, we got sumo. Seems like we should be able to run through here, avoid the grass, and just like that. Okay, I can't see anything, but now I can. And just like that, guys, we were able to make it to the bottom of Aries Island without touching any grass. And let's keep going forward. There it is, guys. We made it all the way to the end. Even with a map as simple as Aries Island, there were still some struggles, but we did make it to the top. So now we move on to Chaos. And now we're in Chaos Island, which looks to be a little bit more complicated than Aries. Not due to the content of how much grass is on the island. It doesn't seem like there's that much, but due to the fact that we are up in the clouds and there's a lot of space that separates the islands. Sure, we won't touch grass, but can we actually make it across the island? That's a whole nother question. I have to figure out, well, actually there is some grass here. Okay, let's watch out for that grass. Last thing we want to do is touch that. Am I right, gamers? Am I right? Or what? A spot where we can just make this leap across the map, especially without using any crazy techniques. I see this thing. Maybe this could be a way out. First, we climb. Oh yeah, let's climb, guys. Then I think we have an opportunity to potentially leap across this. Should we be able to do that? Then we should be good. Let's go. Oh, okay. That was not even close to being enough. So I can't use springs and platforms to cross, but what if I use the Hedgehog space program? Well, I have an enemy right here that can allow me to do it. All right, let's lock on. I never hit this. I swear I never hit it. And I almost hit it. No, we're good. Oh, we got air, bro. We got big air. Yeah, look. We only need to get right there. There's barely any grass here. Come on. All right, Sonic. You got this, bro. I don't know if I have a boost, though. I hope I have at least one boost to make it across, but he's rapidly decelerating. This is looking a little scary, bro. He's hitting the ground hard. Come on. Oh, no, why is he? Oh, jeez. We can't even boost ahead, can we? We can only try to get across, which I don't know if that's going to help us. He starts descending very fast. He starts to, it's like, yeah. All right, it's not possible.
2 hours later.
Listen, guys, I've been sitting here for about an hour doing this, and I'm sick and tired of it, so we're gonna use this thing. Listen, it's the no touch grass challenge. We made it a little bit harder than it had to be. We're gonna use this, and I'm not gonna apologize about using it. And just like that, we made it across with ease. Chaos Island is pretty much done at this point. We just gotta watch the grass along the way. So let's just continue trekking along, and let's finish the island. With a short trip across Chaos Island, it looked like we were making great progress, but we still have some ways to go. We come across what looks to be an obstacle, so we're gonna have to go around this mountain. All right, let's turn around, guys, because that is a dead end. All right, we are going up this mountain, and what do we see? Oh, that looks a little scary. So in order to get across this mountain, it looks like we're gonna have to take this very scary route. I don't know if this is practical, but we're gonna try something. We're gonna have to try to get all the way across this, of course, without using our spin dash. Alrighty, guys. Well, here goes nothing. Here goes nothing. All right, we're up here. There's a spring here, so it looks like we're supposed to be able to go up here. Oh, what the hell? Yo, what the hell is going on? You can't, like, boost and run off of these. That's kind of annoying. But luckily, we're able to easily scale this. And perhaps it's going to give us an easier route all the way to the end. Looks like it did just that, but we have a little bit of grass to dodge right here. Let's get around it. It's a lot of grass down there. But we're able to easily trek across, and I think, guys, I think we made it. I thought we were done, but if you look at the map, we still have one final island to cross, and that is the way to the Chaos Emerald. Wow, there's one final island, everybody, and we have to find our way over there. I'm a little concerned, to say the least. Okay, now let me homing attack it. Okay, now we got him. Thank goodness. All right, we got him. Now we just got to make it over here somehow, without touching any grass. Don't know if we're gonna get there, but this is it. And just like that, we made it all the way. Well, we got a little grass there, but we've made it to the furthest point in Chaos Island without any problems. It looks like this challenge is complete. We've officially made it from the furthest south of the map all the way to the top, which leaves us another grass map, and that is Rya Island. Pretty much starts us exactly where we need to be. So what our goal is right now is to make it all the way to the easternmost point of the map. So we begin our journey, but there is a ton of grass here, but I feel pretty confident about, well, actually, I don't feel very confident about being able to make it over to the grass over here. Can we make it? Boom. Now that we made it over to the grass here, I think we can actually just scale this all the way through the side of the map, and I think we'd actually be good. Yeah, I think there's not much daylight that separates us. You know, this map, these Kronos type, Oranos type, Rya types are not as bad as you would expect. Of course, I thought I was good, but we have this giant mountain here. If there is a challenge on this map, it's going to be this. Alrighty, guys, let's go around. You know, I think we have a pretty clear and defined route up this mountain right now. I think we got it. All right, how do we want to attack this? The thing about this game, well, we do have a drop dash. Oh, see? This is what I mean, guys. We do have a drop dash, which should help us scale a little bit of terrain if we need to. But we also have stuff like this happening where he just soft locks and dies. So I told you guys it's going to be a challenge. Let's not go to the left this time. Instead, we'll try our luck going over to the right. Let's make it simple. Let's jump around. I may throw down a drop dash right now. May throw it down, see what happens. Yep, there it is. The drop dash is key. That was a little bit more difficult than you would have expected. That was our biggest obstacle, though, everybody. I think we have what looks to be a clear and defined, easy route all the way to the end of this map. Assuming that there's no more mountains or anything like that, we should be good to go. As I walked a little bit forward, though, I did see a fork in the road. The left kind of seems like the easy path. If we continue this way, we should be good, but there is a giant mountain ahead, so it could be a little bit risky. We have an immediate risk that could pay off right here if we jump across and try to cut through, which would eliminate any possibility of the mountain being a conflict. So what I decided to do was take the risk. We got to have some fun here, people. Am I right? We have some strange hurdles here. Very strange hurdles. Not touching the grass here, by the way. We are going ahead. Everything is going according to plan. These jumps are very risky, but I feel like they pay off in the long run. Because if you get anywhere near that edge, you're going to fall off. Like, it's just how it goes in this game. Like, even right here is a little risky. But we have some stone right here we could walk on. No grass. Nice. Question is, can we make it here? Yes, and not touching grass either. At this point, I feel pretty confident that we can just make it all the way through. All right, here we go. This is where it gets a little extreme. It's getting a little extreme over here. But my biggest prediction paid off. We were able to miss the little mountain area right there. Was it worth it? Let's see. It looks like it was worth it, guys. My intuition was correct. Had I gone that way, I would have ran into a dead end. We have to figure out how to get across here. I'm going to come down. I don't like what's going on over here. Oh, God. It's trying to take me down. Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay. Let's take this. Let's go down. Let's risk it. Boom. We're very risky right now, but I think we have a path. Yep, here it is. That's the path. We secured it. That was pretty close, though. As far as the map goes, are we at the end of Rya Island? Let's see, guys. It looks like we have a little bit of daylight. Oh, we have a tower over there, so we still have to get down there. Based off of the map, it looks like we are rapidly approaching the end. I should be good unless we have this cliff that I cannot scale. Come on, can I get up here in some way, some capacity? Let me back up. Okay, we're back up. Oh, we have another little valley over here. Let's try crossing it. Yep, we're good. I think we're good, guys. The journey on this map looks like it's going to be complete. But we have a little fork here. No, we can just go to the left. Go to the left. And just like that, guys, we have advanced, I believe, to the final island. This is the furthest western point on the map. We've officially done it. All we need to do is take a nice dip into the pool, and we are good, guys. Now we have reached the final island, Oranos. We start all the way over to the east, and now we got to find our way to the west. Unfortunately, I have a big problem. There's grass everywhere. So we got to jump around. Oh, guys, I'm not too concerned about these grass maps because we got the side, okay? We got the sides, man. All right, so we're going to continue our journey going through the side of this map, and I'll let you guys know if I run into any trouble. So, yeah, that didn't take so long. The tower is right here, and he wants to take me out. Let's go around. He's shooting at me, but I don't think he has the range. Does he have the range? Nah, he don't got the range. You're not built like that. I think we can continue this journey. No problem. After a little bit of off-camera shenanigans, we made it to a spot which looks like it could be a little bit challenging. We're gonna have to go up that wall, but we could eventually fall. Furthermore, we were about 25% of the way through the map. I thought Oranos would be the easiest, and it still very much can be, but this right here could be a problem. Go around. Okay, so those rocks will definitely not help me out right here. I'm gonna have to go through the middle rocks, and now it's turned into a platforming challenge. Finally, we got a little action here. Rya was a little too easy. This one is giving us some work right now. We have to be very precise with our jumps, which fortunately, forward jumping in this game is very precise. So we have probably our biggest jump yet. I have the low ground and I have no acceleration because I'm on a rock. Can I make it across? Here we go, guys. Oh yeah, we made it. Just barely. Oh my God, that was scary. We're gonna go over to this rock right here. We gotta see if maybe we can hop up here. Oh yeah, okay. Oh, just when I thought it was difficult. Looks like we can run up here a little bit, but you never know with this type of terrain because that can happen at any time. But yeah, I think we can cross through here safely. Boom. Good job, guys. We did it. And find some terrain that can get us through without any problems. Easier said than done, though. But there's so many rocks here. It's like whoever made this game knew I was going to do this challenge 3 years after it came out. Thank you, Sega, for helping me out with this one. All right, cool. So we made it through probably the most difficult part of the map. It was certainly a journey to get over here, but now I think we got some smooth sailing. Keep in mind, of course, we are about halfway through the map, and it looks like the bottom will take us through a bunch of cliffs as well. So it's not going to be so easy. All right, guys. Leap of faith. Oh, scary, but we did it. Let's keep this thing going. But yeah, guys, I don't like how much cliffs are over there. Way too many cliffs for my liking. And just like I had suspected, another cliff is here. So can we go up? Can we go through it? Can we go through the side? We're going to have to test this out. And this is where it's going to get tough. All right. My first instinct is to go up. No problem. Okay. Yeah, honestly, that could have been a lot scarier, though. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I thought that was like going to be a big soft lock. But looks like we can continue. Looks like it's smooth sailing all the way through, guys. As long as I don't do anything stupid. I think we got it. Except we do have a cliff here. I think we should probably turn this way. Probably turn right. Take the inside, which is a little risky. You guys know how risky it can get, but we made it through yet another part of the map. Okay, we're gonna have to jump right across here. Leap of faith. Had no doubts that I was gonna make that, but I see our path forward, and this looks interesting. Based off of where we are in the map, we are in the further southern point, but we started all the way from the east, so we have to get up into the west, which means we have to go north somehow, some way. Below me, I see a clear path, but it gives me lower ground, which could lead me to a trap. To the right, I don't really see an avenue, so the choice I'm going to make is go down below. Could be very risky, but we got to keep on going. We have to keep navigating through the forest because this is really the only way. There's no cliffs yet, but that's going to be the biggest obstacle to this Frontiers challenge. Considering we have no spin dash or not really a lot of aerial movement, we have lateral with the momentum sliders, which is a good feature, but we do not have the vertical capabilities. Speaking of which, it looks like we are approaching an area where we're going to get challenged again. Again, if we go to the right, it looks like we're trapped. If we look over to the left, maybe we can backtrack and take that inside route down there. But first, let's backtrack. I don't trust pressing forward because, well, we've actually run out of ground. So there's some things we could potentially do if it doesn't end up working out. But for now, we're going to have to backtrack. There we go. All right, we made it. So far, it's so good. I mean, what else can we do, guys? We're running out of options here. We have a jump gap right here. Don't want to get too close to that cliff. Based off of what the map is telling us, we go a little bit more to the north, and we should be good. Let's finish the job. Let's finish what we started over here, guys. All we have to do is make it through this waterfall. Oh, geez. So this is the final challenge that separates me. A giant waterfall. All we have to do is get through this cliff, and we should be good. Let's get through. Go around. Go around. Yeah, no problem. Easy. I'm not worried. I'm not worried. Yeah. There it is, guys. So I thought we made it all the way out, but unfortunately, it looks like we have a little bit more north to go because this seems like it does inch out just slightly further. So this would actually be the westernmost point on the map. All right, so we thought we were done, but we're not done. Okay, guys? It inches out just ever so slightly further to the point where there may be a little bit of a challenge, but maybe not. Maybe we can just lock it and just get all the way through. Yeah, looks like we're good, guys. Looks like we have no trouble, no problems. Can you make it to the other side of Sonic Frontiers without touching grass? Gamers, I'm sure you guys will be happy to know that the answer is yes.